everyone. My name is Verone, and as the holidays approach for all of us, whether you celebrate Christmas or celebrate Solstice, Hanukkah, or nothing at all, it can be a time of a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions, a lot of everything kind of coming up for all of us. So I just really wanted to touch base with all of y'all because it can be such a powerful time for every single one of us. And this holiday season is unlike a lot of the holiday seasons because it is ending a entire decade. We're about to go into 2020, leaving 2019, and everything is just very activated. There is just a lot of energy behind everything. So with that being said, I wanted to give you all a couple tools and tips to be able to not only just make it through the holiday season, but truly prepare you for what 2020 has for us all. We are about to have a full moon next week around the 12th, and then we also are going into the winter solstice around the 21st, and then on the 25th there is a new moon solar eclipse. So with all that being said, at the very end of this month we are really going out of with a bang for 2019. We're not leaving this decade without a fucking bang. So what are we doing here? Like, how are we dealing with these last couple weeks of 2019 as we go into 2020? And what the star beings are saying to me, and primarily when I say star beings, I'm working very closely right now with the Pleiades star cluster. They are talking to me on a daily basis, and what they are really helping us do is let go of karma. Like, karma is really thought of in an incorrect way sometimes, where it's like, if I punch you, you instantly punch me back. That's really not how karma works. Karma goes throughout lifetimes, and karma can be positive and negative. Karma is really connected to the laws of the universe, and right now we have been sitting on a lot of karmic debt, but I see that karma is really wanting to be let go. Like, karma has been blocking a lot of us. So the Pleiades are really helping us get rid of all this karmic debt, all of our blocks, all of our boundaries that have really prevented us from being in our center, being in our truth, being in our own empowerment. So, the holidays come, and some of us really feel obligated to say yes to a lot of things that we don't really want to say yes to. So, as the holidays come, as you're invited to holiday parties, as you're invited to gatherings with your family, really sink into yourself, like, know your truth. If you get a no about something, if someone invites you to a holiday party, family, friend, or otherwise, and you feel deeply within yourself that it is not the right thing for you to do, say no. There is power in saying no, and there is nothing wrong with saying no. If you go to an event, a party, a gathering, a function, and you're only going because of obligation, you feel guilty, you feel like somebody might not like you afterwards, that's really not the most loving action you can do for yourself and everyone else there. Because if you go to something and you didn't really want to be there, while you're there, you're going to be thinking the whole time, like, God, I really wish I didn't fucking come to this, or I don't want to be around these people, or I'm going to feel so drained afterwards. Like, literally do yourself and the entire universe a favor and stay home. Like, just say no and really make those new boundaries for yourself. All of the choices and the decisions that we are making in these last final weeks of 2019 are really preparing us for 2020. And my guides and guardians, star beings, ancestors, they've told me over and over, do not walk a fucking minute into 2020 doing your old bullshit. Like, if it's hurt you up until this point to say yes, yes, yes to said people, to said events, say no this time. Do yourself a favor and say no. And there is nothing wrong with spending the holidays alone, spending the holidays in silence, spending the holidays in meditation. Like, there are so many ways to spend winter solstice, so many ways to spend your own reality. I mean, this life that you are in, all of us have chosen to incarnate. Every single one of us chose to come down into the earthly realm and be here on earth right now. And why would you want to live your life for another person? You know, like so many people I see live their lives based on what their parents deem approvable or acceptable. And that's your parents' life. You know, your parents had their entire existence, their entire life. They're making their choices. Don't really let yourself make your choices based on somebody else's idea of what reality is. You know, we are all here having our own experience, and what I perceive as reality might be completely different than what you perceive as reality, and that's okay. You know, like reality, and I mean, we're all in this matrix, and this matrix it's a funny place. You know, it's like living in a video game. You know, this is my avatar, and I'm moving my avatar through this like matrix of reality, and we have been so brainwashed and so programmed, and I'm not going to get all into that right now. It's everywhere. The information's out there. It literally permeates through everything. So it's up to you. It's your responsibility to yourself to be able to know where you need to take your physical form. Maybe that's to the bathtub. Maybe that's to the club. Maybe that's out to dinner. Like, make sure you know what you need for yourself, for your physical health, for your mental clarity and mental sanity, and to be able to really truly prepare for what's to come. You know, the next decade of life, we have a lot of work to do. We have systems crumblings, we have paradigms shifting, we've got like the ones at the top like falling down, and these shifts are truly happening. So we really need to be able to be strong on all levels and truly strong in our spirit. And in my experience, being strong in your spirit really just means coming from your center, like really being able to be in your center column. You know, if we're scattered, like in Chinese medicine, I am an acupuncturist, and in Chinese medicine, scattering of qi kind of means that your energy is everywhere but really in your core. So if you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling depression, if you're feeling dizzy, like you're spinning out, we've all experienced these sensations before. It just really means your energetic field and your energetic cords are going out, 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 everywhere out. But really they need to be in. Like, we can't drive our car from the sidewalk, you know, we can't fly a plane from the ground. So you can't drive your own avatar if all of your energy is out here. So really start consolidating your energy. A really good tip to do that is just to call your energy back to you. It's a really easy thing to do. Just stand on the ground if you're able to, or sit if that feels more comfortable. Do what's right for your body. Always listen to your body. Your body comes first. Your body always comes first. So make sure that you're really listening to your physical form and what you need. So, you know, stand or sit or even lay if you need to. Listen to yourself. I'm just giving you the template. I'm not the end all be all truth. Listen to yourself. You are your own God, goddess, godex. So stand, sit, or lay, and say aloud, I call back to all of my energy in all times, places, dimensions, and spaces. Say it over and over. Repeat it until you can feel yourself get your energy back to your core. I think that this is an awesome exercise to do in the bathtub, to do when you're kind of feeling frantic, just to call your energy back. You know, I think a lot of us are, I've seen a lot of people be like, what do I do for cord cuttings? Like, people are really always wanting to have cord cuttings, and I am not really one that does cord cutting, because when you cut something, it fragments it and it leaves part of you in another person. So say I'm trying to disconnect my cord from my mother. I'm not going to cut that cord because I don't want to leave a piece of myself stuck in her. What I do is I visualize my cords retracting, kind of like tentacles, and pulling them back to me. We all could use more energy. Every single one of us could use more energy, and we are energetic beings. Like, our heart is pumping electricity. Like, we are electromagnetic beings just like the earth. So call your energy back to you. And that's a form of self-care. Also, make sure that you're mindful of who you're spending your time with. If you're out spending your time with people who are draining your energy, you're gonna feel drained. So notice that during this holiday season. If you are out with people and afterwards you feel so drained, like, not like you had a busy day, like you feel drained just from the interactions with people, that's information. And you're able to say no at any point. Boundaries are love. Like, saying yes to somebody because you feel obligated and guilty, that is not love. That's not loving to you, and that's not loving to them either, because what you're saying is, it's okay to hurt me, and I'm going to stay here and enable you to hurt me and other people. So really, 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 really make sure that you're listening to yourself. Your body will tell you what it needs. If you have a pain in your shoulder, like, listen to that. That could mean so many different things. I know a lot of us right now are experiencing a lot of pain in between the shoulder blades and the back of the heart, because the back of the heart chakra is really getting cleaned out. We always think like the front of the body, we can see the front of the body, but the back of the body is so, so, so important. So as our hearts are truly healing, as the karma is getting stripped away, really listen to yourself. And if you need to spend some time just down, resting, being still, let yourself do that. Integration is the most important part of healing. We can go a million miles an hour, we can be accelerated, we can be, driving as fast as we can, but all of that recalibration is not going to fully settle in if we do not give ourselves the space to integrate. So let yourself be still, and let yourself be soft, and let yourself integrate all of the healing that you've done until this point. Like, do not let yourself lose that valuable information and valuable upgrade that you've worked so hard for. So, full moon coming soon. I really see that as a powerful time to just be in your magic, be still. The full moon is such a great time to just be. You don't really have to do much. In old times, old witchcraft practices, the full moon was a time of rest and rejuvenation. So really let yourself next week on this full moon just kind of be. Take a bath. Water is so healing. It's a primal element. Water allows us to release. It holds us. We have water in our body. About 69% water, I believe, is average for humans. The earth has so much water on it. We are a watery planet. So really let water hold you during these winter months. And for the full moon, just let yourself release. You don't really have to do much. The moon wants to do it for you. The elements want to help you. The star beings want to help you. Sometimes when we really get our psyche in the way and our emotions kind of can block us what we're trying to release. So just on the full moon next week, just let yourself be in the bath. Just let yourself be. Just let yourself be still. So, and then winter solstice is coming up around the 21st, and it's, it's the time of the Yule. It's the darkest time of the year. As the light begins to return, we are really in between that yin-yang polarity between the dark and the light. So really experience what that means to be between worlds. I see the solstice as a powerful time to be in between the worlds. You're in between the dark and the light. You're in the most balanced time of the year. So as the light begins to return, allow yourself to really feel what the darkness is like. There is so much negativity about dark magic and black magic and all of these words, and I truly believe that they are rooted in racism, and that the dark is just as important as the light. If we had the sun out all day long, 24 hours a day, it would be very hard to sleep. So know the power of the dark, know the power of the night, that it's for rejuvenation, regeneration, rest, and relaxation. And so let yourself really sink in on the solstice to what it means to be in the dark, to be in the darkest day of the year, to really let yourself rejuvenate. And then around the 25th for the new moon solar eclipse, it's just like, bam, I don't even know what to say. I just really kind of seeing that as like a fucking explosion to be like, come on, y'all, like, y'all are ready. We're ready. Humanity's ready. We are so ready to evolve. Like, we are so there. We are so there. So really be mindful of what you're focusing on, you know, like energy goes where energy is. And if you're thinking all these negative thoughts and what you hate and what you know, I get there too. I have a temper. My sidereal sun is in Leo and my tropical Mars is in Scorpio. So like I can be a feisty woman. And yeah, you know, it's fine. That all those feelings are just your creativity, your passion, your love. You know, anger can be love sometimes because you're like, God, I want the world to change. But be mindful of where your thoughts are going. You know, like negative energy really just feeds around negative energy. So if you find yourself really being angry about a lot of things, you know, take some deep breaths and bring yourself back to your center core and just hold that energy for a while. Like hold it in your heart and just imagine if the thing that is making you so frustrated and so angry, just imagine it changing. Imagine it shifting. Imagine the world evolving. Imagine the trees increasing. Imagine the animals healthier. Imagine the earth growing and thriving and all of us having enough, because there is enough for all of us. There is room for all of us. We don't have an overpopulation problem. We have a problem with big business and religion, you know? And so let yourself really know that you can expand. You have room. We all have room. You know, we're not even solid beings. You know, we're all made of atoms and we're not a solid being. None of us are solid beings. This is kind of all an illusion anyways. So let your illusion be what you want it to be. You know, if you're going to be in the video game, let that video game be badass. You know, if you want to do something, start making the steps to do it, because you can do anything you want. Like everything that's told you, you can't, you shouldn't, that's wrong. Those are all just part of the illusion. We're all waking up from it. Some of us are waking up a little bit faster. Some of us have had lifetimes upon lifetimes where we've really been doing this work. So focus on your path. Only you can do it. Only you can find the truth within yourself, and you really truly cannot make anybody do anything. So stop trying to force people to do things. They're going to do it in their own time. We all are on our own timeline. We're all in the divine time. The linear time is not real. There's so many times happening all at once. I mean, you can see that with the planetary cycles. Like the movement of Mercury is faster than the movement of Pluto. So we're all different. We're all doing something on our own time. And the more you focus on yourself, the more you're in your truth, the more you're in your empowerment, the more you vibrate that out and you tell everybody else around you, like, hey, you can do it too. And you know what? Once you get here, like, you keep going and it's awesome. Like, you're giving people a permission to be themselves. And what it looks like for me to be myself is going to look different for somebody else to be themselves. And that's like the beauty of diversity, and for all of us to be different. If we were all the same beige robots, like, you know, that would be a very boring world. And I don't want to live in that world, and I refuse to live in that world. So the more unique and the more different and the more expressive and the more amazing you are, the more beauty there is in the world. Like, we're all, look at all the animals. There's so many different types of animals. There's so many different types of species. If you have a question, just look at nature. It can answer it for you. You know, all the answers are there. All the possibilities are there. It's all existing. You just have to believe in yourself, and you just have to say yes to you. And, you know, that could sound cheesy, but like, I really don't fucking care, because I've been saying yes to myself, and I really, truly have been feeling so much better in all parts of my body. And I've been putting my body first. So I really encourage you to put your body first. You know, I think it's easy to think like, God, I got to do this, and I have to make money, or I have to do this, or like there is no worth and purpose. And like you just showing up and being here, you saying yes to incarnating and coming to earth is a huge, huge accomplishment. Like there are so many beings and spirits that really want to incarnate, and they maybe don't get the chance to. So like, don't waste your awesome opportunities. And if you have privilege in this life, like a lot of us have privilege. If you're on your iPhone, I'm sure you have privilege. So if you have privilege in this life, use it. There is nothing positive comes out of ignoring your gifts that are given to you, because there are so many people in this world that do not have those opportunities, who would fucking give anything to have those opportunities. So say yes to the gifts. Say yes to the things that are going to help you become more of an empowered, expanded person, because once you're able to be there, you're able to pull people up. And that's really what we need to be doing, is pulling other people up. And you can't pull people up if you're buried underground. So, you know, drink a lot of purified water. If you've had like a whole bunch of water and you feel like you can't drink any more water, drink more water. Eat healthy fruits and vegetables. Get a lot of rest. Say yes to the things that you want to say yes to, that bring you joy and bliss, and say no to the things that make you feel like shit. Like, stop saying yes to things that you don't like. Stop saying yes to things that make you feel like garbage. Stop saying yes to shit that you hate. Like, stop saying yes to things that are not for you. You know, let somebody else say yes to it. Maybe it's right for them. You know, have your boundaries. Have your boundaries. Have your boundaries. Protect your energy. Empower yourself. Call back your energy. Call back yourselves from all the times and places, dimensions and spaces, and really be in your core. If you are not sitting on your throne, if you are not driving your avatar, something else will. Do not even let anything have the opportunity to fuck with you. Like, just be in your core. It's a daily practice. You want to have a daily practice. Check in with yourself. Be your number one fan. Be on your own team. Like, look at yourself in the mirror and say, like, you're awesome. I love you. You've come so far. You're a badass. And make that be a daily practice to yourself. Like, think about how kind you are to other people. Now put that back into yourself. Treat yourself like you would treat your own baby, and really take that energy into 2020. Please, dropping gems. Yep. I really like what you said. Will you pen that, please? I don't know what that means, but yeah. So, you know, I really just want to say that I am super proud of everyone out there. I know that it's been a bit crunchy recently. I've been feeling it. Most people have been feeling it. And really stand your ground and stand firm and stand in your beliefs and stand in your truth and stand in your center. And if you need to have this holiday season, this solstice season, quiet and solo, let yourself do that. If you need this holiday season to be festive and full of friends and partying and screaming, let yourself do that. Only you are going to have the answers to you. Okay, well, I hope all of y'all are having a really awesome Sunday. I think it's Sunday. I'm really outside of time, so I'm not sure. But yeah, if you have any questions, always feel free to DM me. I really love answering questions, and I'm super powerful. This is definitely my work in the world. And if anybody wonders, I spend about 90% of my life alone, and maybe about the other like 5 to 10% with my partner. I feel like it's very important to have so much time to yourself. I am a professional psychic and an acupuncturist. I'm doing a lot of work on a lot of people. So it is mandatory for me to really check in and be as healthy as I possibly can. You know, when you're a container for other people, you really got to check in. So there's nothing wrong with saying no. There's nothing wrong with having boundaries. Boundaries are love. Do yourself a favor and say yes to you. And I hope everyone has a really awesome Yuletide, solstice, magical, you know, eclipse portal time. And I hope to see all of y'all soon. Bye.